Bulletcast for life.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the NXT Stand and Deliver recap. I'm your host, the microphone messiah, Phillip Antoine. I'm still your Bulletcast champion right now. I'm recording this right before WrestleMania starts. I think the pre-show's on right now, or it starts at 3, and then the main show starts at 4 Pacific Standard Time. But I just got through watching NXT Stand and Deliver. Started it about an hour and a half late, but I got through it. And yeah, man, great show. Some things happened that I was shocked about, and there are things happened that I didn't like, and I wish other people had won. But we're gonna get into all that. So the pre-show panel consisted of Mackenzie Mitchell and my boy Sam Roberts. With their returning Beth Phoenix, they broke down the card and gave their predictions, running down all the angles alongside some other insight by Kayla Braxton, my other boy, sweet Peter Roseberg, and I don't want to butcher his name, but it's going to happen. Akbar Bayamilla, yeah, I believe that's how you say his name. I caught some of this. I didn't catch the pre-show match, which I do believe was the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship match. Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai, they made up, and they are now the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Apparently, Wendy Chu got involved. Gonzalez scored the pin on Jane. This is their second time as the tag champs. Unless they lose the belts by the end of the show, it's already going to be a longer title reign. That's a little insight that I read on the internet, so I thought that was funny. But congratulations to Raquel and Dakota. I'm happy for them. Can't wait to see what they do on NXT 2.0 and moving forward with their with their run. Some noteworthy moments. JC Jane, she did an old school DX crotch chop, and the crowd didn't pop for Kai kicking out of the Toxic Shock, possibly because everyone assumed it would be the end of the match. Wow, okay. Wendy Chu got a measure of revenge when she hit Gigi Dolan with the pillow, followed up by a cup of coffee to the face. Someone woke up from their nap on the wrong side of the bed. That's funny. Now, the main show kicks off with a blockbuster NXT North American ladder match. 5 men. Legado del Fantasma leader Santos Escobar. You got Cameron Grimes to the moon. You got Grayson Waller. You got Solo Sikoa, Big Oos. And you have the guy who walked in champion, of course, the A champion, Carmelo Hayes. Now, this was excellent, man. I mean, it was fantastic. So I mean, just going through it. I mean, Grayson Waller, that unbelievable spot that he did going through the ladder. I don't know if he's hurt. I haven't read anything. I hope he's okay if he is hurt. Solo having some shining moments, getting powerbombed on that ladder, looked like it hurt. Trick Williams, a star in the match, trying to grab the title for his boy Mello, and that didn't happen. They tipped the ladder over, and Trick falls onto the other members of Legado del Fantasma and Grayson Waller's bodyguard. Elektra Lopez, another member of Legado, she did a diving splash onto Grayson Waller's bodyguard. Grayson Waller's bodyguard got involved a lot. I know he broke apart a ladder, and then the mangled ladder, Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza, they used that dismangled ladder to attack Waller's bodyguard. So I thought that was interesting. Yeah, man, just some noteworthy moments. Obviously, I just talked about the Grayson Waller stuff. The fans chanting Uso at Solo. No matter what, WWE might as well turn the kid and rebrand him as an official third Uso brother, which he is. I mean, he's Uso's brother. He's Rikishi's son. Yeah, that flipping powerbomb was probably one of the better spots of the match that Escobar hit on Sikoa. But just really good, solid work. Congratulations to Cameron Grimes. He is now the NXT North American champion. I thought the A champion was going to retain. I really did. But congratulations, Cameron Grimes. He's entertaining. I watched him on the Indies and his Impact run as Trevor Lee, and he did great work with the X Division title over there. So I can only expect bigger and better things with the North American Championship for his run in NXT 2.0. It was fantastic. I'm going to give that match an A. Moving on, Tommaso Ciampa versus Tony D'Angelo. Despite Ciampa being the veteran, he was fighting as if he was the last one with something to prove rather than the NXT rookie Tony D'Angelo, who was looking to make a name for himself by defeating the legendary NXT superstar Tommaso Ciampa. There was an air of desperation at times. Ciampa rushed to regain control at any time. He was on the ropes, exposed to concrete on the outside. It was a nice, this poetic justice, if you can say. You know, that's what Ciampa used to do back during that amazing heel run back in the day. Even still, D'Angelo, who bent the rules with a low blow, thought that it wasn't enough to put the Blackheart down for good. Surprisingly, D'Angelo wasn't ready to lose either, even to a fairy tale ending, and managed to outlast the Gargano escape, which prompted the crowd to chant Johnny Wrestling. Ciampa's decision to expose the concrete was a reversal of fortune, as D'Angelo laid him out with a DDT, which would give him the win initially. After the match, Ciampa received the thank you Ciampa chants from the crowd. Triple H's music hit. I was happy to see him. Hunter looks great. Trips is looking healthier and healthier. You know, I hate that he went through what he had to go through, but it's life. You know, it's life. Triple H, he came out there to embrace him, gave him a hug, and a few more minutes of reflection and admiration. I give this a B. I guess Tommaso Ciampa is officially going up to the main roster. This is it. Ciampa had a great run, man. I mean, I remember it was a War Games. He and Velveteen Dream had one of my favorite matches of Ciampa's NXT run. I know, Velveteen Dream is a controversial topic, but I thought they worked well together. There's obviously the Johnny Gargano stuff and just the rivalry there and DIY and everything. It was fantastic. You know, Goldie and him being a sports entertainer. That whole gimmick was fantastic. I wish they would have let him use the "No One Will Survive" theme. Just for the last ride. I saw Ciampa live one time, and I got to hear the theme. It was fantastic, man. There was a true aura about Ciampa back during that first NXT Championship run, and it was something special, man. So, Tommaso Ciampa, thank you for all your years of service in NXT. 5 years, that's an incredibly long time, but it was a hell of a run. It was a hell of a run. All right, next up, the NXT Tag Team Championship triple threat match. You have MSK, Imperium, and the Creed brothers. So, Marcel Bartel and Fabian Eichner of Imperium, they walk in the champions, but they don't walk out the champs. MSK won. Two-time tag team champions, and I didn't think they would put the titles back on MSK, given Kimberly has spoken out about Nash Carter and some things. But I guess, whenever there's controversy with the superstar, they win a tag title. It's happened with the Usos in the past. I wanted the Creed brothers to win because I like them. I like what Stokely Hathaway, Malcolm Bivens, is doing with them. I think that's interesting. But, hey, man, I mean, the Creed brothers and their amateur wrestling skills made it even more impossible for the champions to retain their titles. That's how you look at it. I'll give this match a B. It's okay. I wanted the Creed brothers to win. I mean, it was a fine match. So I guess we can just move on from that. Moving on, the NXT Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way. We have a new NXT Women's Championship. The women's title's on a white strap now. It's no longer on a black strap. I know it's fine. It pops more, honestly. The gold on that title pops more from it being on a white strap. So that's cool. But yeah, we have Io Shirai and Kaylee Ray. They were the Women's Dusty Road Tag Team Classic winners. They're fighting each other while also fighting Cora Jade, the young upstart, and the champion Mandy Rose, the leader of Toxic Attraction. Now, much like how the North American Championship match felt like a two-man show at first between Hayes and Grimes, the Fatal 4-Way gave off a vibe that was very much more Cora Jade and Mandy, with Io and Kaylee Ray acting as a filler. As per usual, all parties had moments on top, but wherever Shirai or Ray had momentum on their side, it didn't feel like they were truly about to win. Their near falls were met with less enthusiasm, even more of their was a "Let's go Io" chant that broke out. After the back and forth, wherein nothing in particular stood out, Rose stole the pin by pinning Jade after Io. No, she pinned Io Shirai. She pinned Io Shirai. Because I know Io hit that moonsault on Cora Jade, and Mandy came at that bicycle knee. Bah! Bleacher Report gave it a C. I'm giving it like I liked it. I'll give it a C plus, low B, something like that. I thought it was a good match. Mandy Rose is so in her element, man. It's crazy. She has come such a long way from the days of Tough Enough back in 2015 and the original NXT run and Absolution 2017, all those years ago and stuff like that, and the oldest stuff. She's how we can forget trying to steal Jimmy Uso away from Naomi. She's come so much farther along from all that stuff. A couple notable moments and observations. Cora Jade had others on skateboards to accompany her to the ring, but Mandy descended with an angel wings on that Wade Barrett played off as his former podium from the better entrance of the night. The new championship looks great. Like I said, it looks fantastic. Moving on, we have L.A. Knight. Yeah, going up against Gunther, the former Walter. I think people have calmed down with the name change. Excuse me. Let's get on to it. The NXT Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way was a weaker entry. That's what they're saying on Bleacher Report, but I don't think so. I think this was a textbook filler though. Knight got some shots in, but was a rather short story of giving Gunther a victory and not much more else to it. No notable maneuvers or moments took place with the standout. They were just brawling, man. It was just they were fighting. Gunther gets that power bomb off. 1, 2, 3. He beats LA Knight. Nothing more. They gave it a C minus. I'll just give it a C. It was fine. Yeah, Gunther, man, he looked a lot slimmer. I know. Shout out Baby Huey. He and Brian Tronick are out there in Dallas, and Huey finally got his picture with Walter. Walter looks incredibly slimmer, man. He's been hitting that gym, dude. He's been in there just working out. Like, he looks fantastic. Now the main event. The NXT Championship match, Braun Breaker, who just had the pleasure of inducting his dad, Rick Steiner, and his uncle Scott, the Big Bad Booty Daddy, into the WWE Hall of Fame. He takes on Dolph Ziggler for the NXT Championship. Now this, I had to get a sip of something. Excuse me. This right here, I really enjoyed this. They gave it a B. I'm gonna give it a B plus, man. I thought it was solid. Not the moment people were hoping for. Ziggler wins. He retains. We thought, all right, Ziggler wins it here. But eventually, a couple weeks down the line at WrestleMania weekend, Breaker will get it back. That was not the case. And this is one of the rare cases where a heel says something and he comes to fruition. Like, heels usually say, "Oh, I'm going to win," but then they lose. Ziggler said he was going to win, and he did. So Robert Roode came out there at one point in time to pull Ziggler out of the ring. He was banned from ringside. Breaker with a beautiful tope con hello over the top rope, and he hit a spear. He went for his finish again. Ziggler raked the eyes. Boom, super kick. Nice finish in my opinion. Notable moment: Breaker broke the X for the NXT black and gold logo, where he used a chainsaw to cut the X out of the NXT 2.0 logo. Is this his gimmick, just as a rebrand NXT every few months by destroying the logos? Don't know. Yeah, so Ziggler had some help outside from Roode, like I said, and he was the veteran. Braun Breaker was the rookie who was outclassed here. But still had power and hunger nearly to win the title back on numerous occasions. Surprisingly, after Breaker had kicked out of the zigzag, a very close near fall, the show still managed to land a super kick to retain of the title. This seems to be the upset the crowd, but at least presents an interesting hook for future NXT. Like I said, I thought it was a great finish. That super kick is really just winning matches now. I love that. I think that's great. This is going to do it for my recap of NXT Stand and Deliver. I wasn't going to do one, because Brandon's doing whatever, and I didn't want to do it alone. But I figured, we got to get it out there. This is what we do every WrestleMania weekend. I did the Hall of Fame one. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Shout out to Damon for he was just at my house and we were watching. He was hopped on. I know the audio quality isn't what you guys are used to. Recording this on the phone, it was a quicker way to do it. Got some other things to figure out on that side. But yeah, this is going to do it for my recap. Enjoy WrestleMania Night 1 tonight. Remember, it's the big blow-off between Brian Tronick and myself. Winner walks out the undisputed Bullet Cash champion. So this is huge, man. Like I said in that video I put out, it's bigger than Brock and Roman. hands down. So guys, go enjoy WrestleMania this weekend. Brandon and I will be back tonight with a recap of NXT Night 1. Happy WrestleMania weekend, everybody.